What a perfectly timed introduction of a notification on my phone. Good afternoon and welcome to the podcast. We're going to have a quick show today because there isn't really that much to talk about. And one of our hosts has also dropped out today because of today you can just have myself, Roberto, and Chris, who's not feeling that well herself. So she's just going to be only chiming in when she feels like it. So how you doing, Roberto? Roberto, how you doing?
Hanging in there, just dealing with issues like every single day of my life.
Skeleton crew today running on this particular show. So I want to start talking about only a few of the issues we have today. First one being the Wonder Woman trailer, which came out, I think maybe the day after our last particular show.
Yeah,
it came out
like
last week.
Sunday or Monday or something like that.
And they were playing Blue Monday by New Order. They remixed the tune a little bit for the particular. And I have to admit, it looked pretty good for what I saw. Not much to make. We didn't see Cheetah, by the way, but we believe Kirsten Wiig, who's in that trailer, is going to be Cheetah. There she is, there again. No sound, I'm afraid, for some particular reason I can't think of. But yeah, there you see, it's in 1984. By the way, Blue Monday song, Blue Monday came out in 1986. But who cares about things like that, huh?
Yeah, it's an 80s song, whatever.
So, oh, there he is. That's what the Mandalorian looks like.
Yeah, well,
I'm getting rid of her.
I never really saw what Pedro Pascal looked like, but I mean, I was kind of like, when I saw him, I'm like, oh, okay.
He's been in a lot of stuff, mate.
That's kind of like kind of ruins the spectacle of the Mandalorian when you see, he looks like your dad. So
he's been before he became mainstream famous. He was like a television actor who's been in lots of different shows. Obviously, Game of Thrones made him famous, and then his career hasn't looked back since. That looks great. I have to be honest with you. I love Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman. She's becoming my favorite DC character at the moment. There's just something amazing about her. She's so perfect for this role. I was so happy to be wrong. Thank you, Chris. When I first with the first Wonder Woman when it came out, and I saw Gal Gadot was going to be taking this role, I thought, what the fuck? She's anorexic as hell, man. Have that. I mean, much about because she boring love interest in the Fast and Furious film, but she really has come to light in Wonder Woman, and I'm so happy to be wrong. She is perfect. I mean, she brought me to tears of joy when I saw her whip out the lasso and fight the fucking Kaisers in the first Wonder Woman, and seeing her do that again. She's just amazing, absolutely amazing. She's a treasure, and I love her to fucking bits.
Okay, I have to say something.
Yes.
That golden armor with the wings, that kinda looks like a golden fucking saint from Oblivion.
That's comic book accurate armor, though. I mean, I get what you're saying, but that's comic book armor. That's why it looks like that.
You've played Oblivion? Wow.
Actually, no, I haven't, but I know what you're talking about.
Oh my god, how do you know what I'm talking about then?
Because I've seen it.
Where did you see it?
In Oblivion.
I think you're bullshitting me. You haven't played Oblivion? Get out of here. I'm leaving.
Okay, bye.
As I was saying, I don't like personally regarding the armor at the end of the trailer. I'm not a fan of it myself. I was thinking Hawk Girl, and another DC character when I saw that, and I don't know how I feel. They've taken Wonder Woman down a power level or two, how she is in the comics and the cartoons, because I believe she can't fly in this Wonder Woman. I'm not even sure she's bulletproof or not, because she has to deflect stuff with her fucking cufflinks. I mean, I don't know how her skin is and stuff like that. I mean, she's been fucking thrown around and had the shit beaten out of her by evil Superman at one particular point. I mean, she got headbutt the fuck. So by him. So if her skull can maintain that, surely her body can maintain a bullet. But who knows? Anyway, Roberta, I've been babbling on too much. What do you have to say about the trailer, Wonder Woman, everything else coming in the future and the past? Go for it.
Well, regarding the past, I mean, Wonder Woman's kind of Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman's kind of grown on me. I was not impressed when they first casted her. I wasn't impressed. Like, I just don't consider, like, she's not an Amazonian. And I know, like, whatever, it is what it is. But, and you know, I was hoping for, you know,
blasphemy.
Oh, shut up. You know what? You're like popping in and out. Like, what the hell? Like, either join or don't. Shit.
Yeah, I do what I want. I'm the god of this realm.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you're definitely the Spectre. All right. So,
continue, please.
So I mean, she's grown on me. I mean, she's definitely. I mean, I don't want her to not be Wonder Woman anymore, just because she's done enough, and I like her. I mean, you know, as I said, she's grown on me. The trailer looks pretty good. Looks more fun than the original movie was. The original movie looked like the trailers made it look good. This movie kind of looks a little bit more fun, like action-y, punchy, yada yada-y. I don't think Wonder Woman can fly in this one, but she can jump really far. I don't think she's bulletproof, but I think they're just not willing to commit to, tag down what her, thresholds are just yet. And maybe they'll start doing that in this movie. I mean, maybe she'll have to deal with mortality in this movie, because I mean, one of the Amazonians got shot in the first movie and died, right? And I know she's different, like she's half god or half whatever,
she's a demigod, dude. She's Zeus is her dad.
But that doesn't mean that she's impermeable. So I mean, I don't know. I mean, we'll just see. I think it looks fun. I think it looks like a DC EU movie that I'm gonna watch and see and probably enjoy, just like Shazam and the first Wonder Woman and Aquaman, and I even enjoyed Justice League. So I have not seen a bad DCEU movie since,
really, I
would say either Batman v Superman. Suicide Squad was on the lower end of okay, but I mean, since then I've liked every movie that's come out since then. So
I'm going to say something really bad.
Oh God! See, okay, you staying in then? You tagging in? You gonna stay in here, Christine?
Semi. Because, yeah, here's the thing that I have to say. Okay, you ready? Why the fuck do we take you seriously if you thought the Justice League wasn't bad?
Then don't take me seriously. It's only an opinion.
But for me, for Chris, Justice League would have been a good film if they didn't give all the bloody spoilers away in the trailer. Because if I was in that cinema and I saw, what was the name of the guy who came out from Doomsday? If I saw Doomsday for the first time, I think that would have improved my enjoyment that he was already coming.
Doomsday
in the trailer.
Doomsday was in Batman v Superman. Doomsday's in Batman v Superman.
Yes, what I'm saying.
Yes.
Batman versus
So you're talking about a different movie. No, Batman versus Superman was garbage. I'm sorry.
Oh, fair enough. Justice League. Justice League was shit as well. Yeah, sorry, I'm thinking. But yeah, I apologize. I'm thinking about the thing. Like, what's his name? Beowulf is a shit villain. Absolutely awful. That's why he wasn't in the trailers. They couldn't rely on him. He's no Thanos. He's nothing, man. I mean, there's better villains in Man of Steel had a better villain than him.
Well, okay, no, hold on. So let's break. If we're talking this, let's break it down. No. Let's break this down really quick, because everyone gives just okay. So they basically did not put a lot of focus on the villain because they wanted to show the Justice League coming together. What did they do in the first Avengers? Loki was not that great of a villain. Like, he was established in Thor, yes. So I guess that's the only thing he had going for him. But You had the Avengers fighting a
Loki was
CGI
a-
army, fighting a villain that really didn't matter all that much because he was a henchman. What is the difference between Justice League and Avengers? If you guys are okay with Avengers, you should probably be okay with Justice League.
Loki, once again,
No.
Loki was an established character, and he was a real person, and those things make a fucking difference, man. I'm afraid they do. They make a difference when you realize, because I don't know who this Beowulf guy is. Yeah, this like Gollum wannabe. You know, it looks like a character from The Hobbit. So not Gollum, I apologize, but he looks like one of the characters from The Hobbit, and we all know Star. I just like it wasn't just a villain. I mean, everything. It was such a massive. I mean, the film was rushed. They wanted to condense everything into 2 hours. Yeah, a film with that many characters. You know, you need more than that. You know, there's time to fill, but they wanted to sell seats and stuff. And apparently, the deleted scenes in Justice League might make it a better movie. But I've yet to see that. We had no introduction to these guys.
I don't want to see the Snyder cut of the Justice League. It sounds like it's hot garbage.
Wally West was sorry. Barry Allen was awful. I couldn't. But you know what? Ezra Miller as the Flash is not so bad. But
I will give you that.
Allen, fuck me, he's not.
No, I didn't like him as Barry Allen. So I'll give you that. He wasn't. Ezra Miller as Barry Allen. I didn't like him at all.
It made Barry Allen to be such a loser, man. You know what I mean? It's like, come on. You know, Barry Allen is the type of guy who comes back from adversity, man. He's more than that. You know, way more than that. You know. Anyway, we're kind of sidetracking a little bit. I think I'm kind of done talking about Wonder Woman. What about yourself?
No, I'm fine. I mean, this is a fight I'm never going to win with you guys, so whatever.
But hold on. Regarding, we all agree that we like Gal Gadot. So
she's grown on me. I didn't. I mean,
this is what I disagree with. Grown on you? She was perfect from the start.
Oh fuck!
You blasphemer!
Hell no!
Hell yeah!
No. The moment the film started, she was perfect, man. And actually, I knew she was perfect, not from Wonder Woman, but from Justice League, because that came. No, not Justice League. Batman vs Superman. My bad. I'm not getting mixed up. Batman vs Superman is when we first saw her. Yeah, that's 100% correct. I put my house on it. Batman vs Superman when we first see Wonder Woman, and I thought she was fucking great. In that alone, I thought to myself, you know what, she's perfect.
I thought the music was great for Wonder Woman in that movie, and I mean, she was written okay. Like that's what I'm saying. I don't have an issue with her character in the movie. It's more just her. Like, I just, no. It didn't, like, it took me out of the movie. Watching her as Wonder Woman took me out of the movie, and I'm like, no. But it is what it is. As I said,
She showed that spirit of, she's got the fine line. She perfectly balances being somebody who never backs down from a fight, as well as being an absolute sweetheart. And she does it perfectly. And I can't, and I like, she's like the best Wonder Woman. She's the best Wonder Woman ever now for me. You know what I mean? She beats what's her face from the 70s.
Linda Carter?
Linda Carter, yeah.
Linda Carter.
Mm-hmm. Gal Gadot's better than Linda Carter.
I bet you prefer her, you grandma fucker.
You know what I mean?
What? Sorry, I'm being abusive today. What's next? The free guy.
Free guy.
Let me load the fucking thing.
Have a look at the trailer, please. I've only seen the trailer once, so let's have to watch it again.
Yeah.
I mean, I've only seen it once too. I like Ryan Reynolds, but I mean, and it looks kind of fun. So as long as we go into it with, we have to kind of go into it with like a Deadpool attitude. Is like, it's just going to be like very meta and very goofy and that kind of stuff. So I don't know. We'll see. I mean, because this is like the life of an NPC. Is I believe what
Yeah.
this is.
Yeah, that's the feeling that I get from it too.
So I mean, but the NPC then becomes self-aware. So it's kind of like, Deadpool becoming like, I mean, it's almost the exact same like thing about Deadpool. Like, I mean, Deadpool gets like the what's it called? The treatment at Department X or whatever it's called, and then all of a sudden he becomes meta and self-aware, So
Does he? I want to see if his character gets like you just got to run over that. If he gets killed and he comes back to life again and stuff like that. I mean, surely that must be the case. I think he's a glitch.
Oh, so he's a glitch in the Matrix?
You're a glitch.
Not in the Matrix. A game glitch.
Well, he's Skynet.
And what I like about this is the fact that they're not saying that this is GTA, but you could tell very much that they're focusing on games like GTA and other open world games, and just making their own unique spin on it. It's a bit like Jumanji, You could tell you can see the attributes it's taken from video games without it being a particular video game, and that's where I think video game movies should go.
Oh,
this
and
looks
Taika
great.
Waititi.
He's in everything now.
Look, Taika
Cameoing
Waititi.
in everything.
I'm the only person in the world who thinks Taika Waititi's a little annoying. Like, I don't hate him, but every time he was in Thor Ragnarok, I'm like, okay. He had like he had one funny line in the entirety of Thor Ragnarok. Everything else was just like, okay, we get it. You're weird. Okay, we get it. You're meta. Okay, like, And I don't think I liked him at all in what's it called, in Endgame when he was in there.
Why?
Because apparently I just don't like foreigners and accents. That must just be it.
Yeah, probably.
So that game, sorry, that film, let alone game, that film is going to come out. It looks interesting. I hope it's a hit.
I just think it's going to be like a fun movie. Like, I mean, it's going to be like Ready Player One. Like, it's just going to take the meta of video games and just.
No, it's not going to be Ready Player One.
I mean,
I know what you mean. I know what you mean, but I don't think it's going to be in a particular sense like Ready Player One. Maybe just it's about video games in that sense, but I don't know what sort of to follow.
It's like the reverse of Ready Player One. It's like, instead of us getting a view of the humans inside the game, it's going to be us getting a view of, the game looking at the characters. So, and you're probably right. It's probably a glitch.
I want to discuss Ryan Reynolds here because do you feel like nearly everything he's been doing recently, he has to fucking be Deadpool?
If this is how he's having
everything outside of Deadpool,
why not? It works still. He's having fun with it. Why the fuck not? Why do I have to be miserable?
Yeah,
don't need to. He's good at that. Let him have it.
Yeah, I see where you're coming from. I still think that it feels like I'm going to be Deadpool in everything I fucking do. You know what I mean? I'm just going to be a one note.
No. I think we need to look at this from the opposite end. I think what's happening is these people are writing parts and they're saying, hey, Ryan Reynolds would be good for this part because it's meta or it's whatever. So
it's
right
a Deadpool
now,
type.
yeah, like the Deadpool type. So like they go to Ryan Reynolds and he's like, yeah, it looks fun. I'll do it. Yeah, money. I like money. So what happens is, I mean, he's been typecasted now as like the meta type. So I think that I don't think he searches these roles out. I just think they go to him and they say, hey, we think you'd be great for this role. And he's like, yeah, sounds like fun. How much? Oh yeah, I'll do it for that.
he was playing Deadpool before he was playing Deadpool. You know what I mean? He was fucking Deadpool when he was in Blade Trinity. He was in fucking Deadpool when he was Van Wilder. He's been fucking Deadpool for a long time, man.
Well, then he's like Bruce Willis. He just has that's just the way he is. I mean,
look, Bruce Willis is way more varied. And don't get me wrong, so is Ryan Reynolds.
Not recently. Bruce Willis has not really gone outside his wheelhouse recently. Bruce Willis is Bruce Willis in every movie recently. Let's be honest.
Bruce Willis is still doing movies?
Yeah, he's doing a lot of like bullshit ones.
But here's the other thing. I mean, I think Ryan Reynolds does have range. I mean, there's a movie, and I can't remember. I can't remember what movie it was. He has like a daughter in it, and they're, huh?
No, sorry, it's another film. Gone.
Ryan Reynolds has a movie that it's about like he has a daughter and he's telling the story, and you know these three ladies, and the daughter's trying to figure out who his mom is out of all of them, and you know, so he was really good in that movie. I really learned to appreciate Ryan Reynolds from that movie. Like I liked him before, but like I really appreciated him at what's that damn movie called?
You know what though? Why do we have to see actors in yeah, fuck it. I don't know how to express myself today.
That's like every day for you.
No, it's not.
It is.
I can express myself better than both of you combined, bitches.
Yeah.
And English is not even my native. So suck on that. By the way, Zam, how does it feel now that you are at the same level as Americans?
It's the worst thing ever, mate. But I don't want to go on about that.
My condolences. Is Jason frozen, or he's very still? I think he's frozen.
Jason,
I don't think he can stay. So yeah, he's frozen. Dude, you're frozen. Oh no! We lost to Jason. We really did. Ooh-wee. By the way, how do you like the thingy Rolly Downey on the screeny today? That's a new feature. I like it.
Did you pay for that?
No, are you crazy? I'm not the paying type.
I know. That's what I was wondering. How did you get it? Did they add it?
I think it's yeah. Oh, he lost the internet. Poor American people and their bad internet.
Is Hickory Net?
What net?
His Hickory Net. But yeah, now you know what? Now fuck nuts is not with us at the moment.
Okay, so what else do you have to say about the free guy?
No, nothing more. I'm waiting for Roberta to come back. But to answer your question regarding how we're like America, I thought my country was stupid when we voted for Brexit, and I thought we would have learnt our lesson. You know, that we sold a lie. I mean, these Tories, they get exposed time and again. They're full of shit, and yet somehow people still vote for them. It just boggles my mind.
Yeah, like it surprised me so much. Like I woke up to that, and I was like, Brits, you disappointed me. I thought way more of you, but it seems that I was wrong.
Bow down to the social elite. You know,
yeah, you know, I will admit I was wrong. I honestly thought that you people were better than this, but you ain't. Not you personally, by the way.
We got, we got,
My
we got
friends are
spin doctors.
excluded. My friends are excluded
Unfortunately,
because they're my
people,
friends.
like someone like, as genuine as Corbyn is, he just doesn't have that it factor. And
It's not just that. Just the amount of propaganda. It was a done deal before it even began. He should have stepped
it
down a
was,
long time
and that
ago
too.
and allow someone else
It's
to take.
amazing how many people thought he was a racist and an anti-Semite. It boggles my mind. I mean, the guy is more human
People
than imagined.
believe what they want to believe, Sam. You know.
You see, like you
But
see
since
rags
he
like
didn't
time.
have, here's
Not
the
enough
thing.
people voted, well, Chris.
Even people on your side didn't like him. So why did he remain? Like,
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know, Chris. I'm just
yeah, I'm
tired
pretty
of it
much
all.
done. Yeah, I'm done. Like, you people are done. If you need a place to stay, mate, I have a couch. If you feel like migrating to a
Uh,
shittier country.
uh,
But yeah, where the
no,
fuck
no,
is
no.
Jason?
I'm not. I'm
Because
not keen.
because the next topic, I really can't say anything about the next topic because I don't give a fuck about it.
I know. I'm waiting for that guy. What's he saying? He's messaging us.
He said he lost his internet.
Yeah, he says keep going. I'm done talking. Yeah, we're done talking about Reynolds too. You fuck.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna talk about Rise of Skywalker because I don't know, I don't care. Star Wars must die.
No, not Star Wars, but the Skywalker saga definitely.
No, all of Star Wars must die. It's
There's a
time,
universe.
man.
So there's a universe, not a
Yes,
fucking
it's time.
planet or a star system. A fucking universe. There's no way that shit's
Yeah,
fucking.
yeah. Well, everything, everything must die at some point. Okay, and this is the time I think that it should have died long ago, but just let it
Well, I
die.
like Star Wars, Chris. I like
Yeah,
Star
but you're a
Wars, Chris.
tool,
What am I not
man.
allowed to?
You're
Oh, see
allowed,
now
but
this is a hypocrite. Oh, you're a hypocrite. I can speak out about Ryan Reynolds, and you do this. I like fucking Star Wars. Now fuck you. That's
yeah, but
hypocrite.
Star Wars sucks.
Yeah, I know. But you can't stop being a
And
hypocrite
I'm
when it's
right,
hard.
you're wrong,
Yeah, it's hard to take
Look, I can admit when I'm
an argument.
wrong.
Yeah, so Star Wars is
Admitted
like
I was
Star Wars.
wrong about the Brits, so I can do that.
Mandalorian is awesome show. But
I
when
don't
fuck
know,
that,
man.
you
Ginger
should
said
watch
that
it. It's
he's
only half-hour
disappointed now.
episode. Yeah, even someone with your fucking short attention span can deal with that. Yeah, so you should enjoy
The
it.
only thing I like is the baby Yoda because
Is
it's the
Baby
only
Yoda
thing I
in it?
see.
He's absolutely
Yeah, but I
adorable,
don't
and
need
he's
to
in every
watch it
episode.
just to see the baby Yoda. I can just see the memes.
Yes, you do. The Baby
No.
Yoda is what makes you should see how he works in the world. Is what makes him so adorable.
What makes him adorable is his face.
And you
What
see his
the
face
fuck was
more.
that? There he is. Okay, Jason, what the fuck? Why are you a circle?
I don't know.
You're a circle with no face.
Sweet. Now I
Are
could be
you
like
on, are you
now I
on your
could be like
fucking
you.
phone? I'm not a circle with no face. I'm a cartoon.
All right, hold on.
Are you on your phone? What the fuck? Fuck my life. I'm so sleepy. Anyway, I'll put that here so it's ready when he comes. God damn it.
Where's he gone now?
I don't know. To encircle his circle face? There he is.
Hey, Macarena, I. So what's up?
Well, now we see him now.
Yeah, now you
What
talk
happened to the
about the
circle?
topics I didn't care about.
Oh, I love talking about topics you don't care about.
Okay, now I want to
Yeah.
not to give any spoilers away because I've been purposely keeping away from all of this shit. But it seems to be that Disney doesn't have much faith in this movie, and they're giving out spoilers left, right, and center, tidbits and snippets and clips and fuck knows what. And there's even a goddamn script that was apparently sold on eBay of episode 9. So the cat's out of the bag. Do you think? What do you think of all of this? I mean, does it leave you wondering if the film's going to be shit? Are you still going to like it for whatever happens?
I mean,
How do you
I'm just
feel?
gonna be happy that the Skywalker saga is over. Truth be told, I mean, I'm excited for the big space battle. I've always been more of a fan of that style of Star Wars rather than the Jedi's. Jedi's just I don't look the Jedi's just don't interest me. Like they really just don't. I mean, that's why I think I liked
but
Rogue One.
but let's just keep it on this. So regarding Disney giving out all this information, how does that make you feel? Like, do you think that they have no faith in the movie?
I don't think it's they don't have any faith. I just think it's kind of the marketing. I mean, Marvel's kind of the same way, with the exception of Endgame. I mean, and maybe Infinity War. I mean, a lot of people have said that Disney, like Marvel gives away a lot of their stuff in the trailers. So, I mean, it's kind of their business model to just kind of give away a little too much in the trailers. But I mean, it works. They make billions of dollars, unfortunately. So, I don't know. I mean, maybe they have no faith in the movie now that, Ryan Johnson has kind of tanked it.
Yeah, well, Ryan Johnson, he's a fake. Look, Ryan Johnson, apparently Knives Out is a good movie, and I do want to see that. But they realized that his stock has fallen so low that they didn't even put his fucking name on that movie. But they want people to see it, not see it because they're boycotting this shit over Star Wars. So you could tell the reaction of Last Jedi was not good.
Well,
Star Wars
that's why I always said that Ryan Johnson did not need to
and
do a Skywalker saga movie. He just needed to do his own thing.
no, but that jetpack scene, they can fly now. They can fly now. They can fly now. Remember that bit? You saw that clip?
What are you talking about?
It's all over the fucking internet on Star Wars regarding Rise of Skywalker. There's a clip of the stormtroopers with jetpacks, and then C-3PO goes, "They can fly now," and then Finn, who used to be a fucking stormtrooper, goes, "They can fly now," and then Poe goes, "They can fly now." And the scene
I
was
haven't
apparently
seen
supposed
that
to be.
clip, but there's been plenty of times where stormtroopers.
Well, I guess now they'll be missing the
Exactly.
landing.
Yes,
I see what you
exactly.
did
And it's
there.
not just that, but Finn
see
used
what
to be a stormtrooper. Why is he so bloody surprised that stormtroopers can fly? It's just ridiculous. And stormtroopers have been flying since the Clone Wars, for fuck's sake. So
I mean,
he's frozen again. Oh, he froze
we
again. Look,
haven't
he's
seen
freezing.
stormtroopers fly in the main movies. Like, there's never been a stormtrooper with a jetpack. The only person who's ever had a jetpack in the movies has been Boba Fett and Jango Fett. So, I mean, yeah, if you want to take the EU into consideration, yeah, of course, they've been flying forever. I mean, they had jetpack troopers all the time. However, if you want to, but if you're just going by movie continuity, I don't ever remember a jetpack trooper in any of the movies, even in the Clone Wars. I mean, unless it was in the Clone Wars show, which I haven't seen all of. But
Fair enough. They wore jetpacks even in Revenge of the Sith as well.
I don't remember that. It's been a while.
And some of the little scenes, the little cut scenes where you see them fighting and before they turn on the Jedi and shit. Anyway.
Okay.
Personally,
it's been a long time.
Regarding Rise of Skywalker, I haven't seen any of the other bits and bobs because I don't want it to ruin my experience. I will see everything I need to see when I watch the trailers. That's it. They're throwing out. You'll be able to stitch all the shit together yourself and just watch the film for free because they're throwing out pretty much the whole fucking movie at the moment, and I just don't understand that. Also, the Mandalorian, which I want to get onto after this, is going to be on Wednesday, the next episode, because they're not going to be showing an episode Friday because they don't want it to coincide with this. Anyway, let's talk about the Mandalorian, if that's okay with you, Roberto and Chris.
Sure.
I don't give a fuck.
Okay. I want to talk about the episode as a whole, and we can just talk about bits and pieces of it. I've only seen the episode once, but I have seen some fan reviews and live reaction reviews of certain YouTubers, and they all seem to enjoy it, except for missing compadre in Ginger Greek, who didn't like it. Now, I'm not going to speak for Ginger Greek. I can maybe understand. So please understand, I'm just getting an idea. I'm not speaking for him.
I'll speak for him. He's a grumpy old man.
I just think maybe he doesn't like the direction the shows are going, that maybe these are filler episodes as far as he's concerned, and it's not expanding things. But you must realize by now, after 6 episodes, that the whole focus is on this man, the Mandalorian, not other people, not other characters. 90% of the focus is on him. Very, very rarely do we see a scene which he's not in. So it's always which he's not
So it's not about the baby Yoda.
Sorry?
It's not about the
Say
baby Yoda.
Baby Yoda, of course, but I'm just saying he's all Baby Yoda and a Mandalorian are almost glued to the fucking hip at the moment. So the show is mainly about him. And when all these other things, like maybe this old empire comes into play, which we have seen in the trailers, it'll be from the perspective of the Mandalorian, not realizing how they've caught up with him, because we don't know either, because we're not seeing that perspective. Anyway, that's another thing to talk about, maybe when Ginger comes on. But regarding this particular episode, our Mando get a bit of cash as he's jumping from star system to star system and running around with a baby Yoda is fucking expensive. So he stops at this spaceport with Bobby from Sons of Anarchy in charge of it, and he does a job. Did you like the look of the spaceport, Roberto? Did you like the beginning of this episode where he's given a job and he meets Bill Burr, he meets Clancy Brown, who's that Devolorian. We see the same race of Devolorian in the first episode, in episode 4, when he goes to the cantina. So that's a legitimate race, as well as a Twi'lek played by the bird from Harry Potter, as well as so this is our motley crew breaking somebody out of a space prison. This is what I've wanted in a while, Roberto, as well. An episode set in space. What do you think of the opening, Roberto?
I thought it was great. Again? I mean, it kind of gave me. No, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Oh, sorry.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, but you're a little bit.
No, I mean, I like this episode. It was great. I mean, this is exactly what I wanted out of the Mandalorian too. I mean, you know, kind of like him doing jobs and him doing heists and him doing yada yada. You know, like I mean, in regards to Ginger, and we can talk more when he's on, but it's just like I don't understand what his issue. Like, he got exactly what he wanted, and he still says it's crap. So we'll talk about that later. But it's just like this is exactly what I wanted out of the Mandalorian. Him showing the dirty side of the Star Wars universe, you know, him going around and making money and just kind of, you know, and we also got to learn a little bit more about his past, which I'm okay with. I don't want to be dunked in his past, but I like the little tidbits here of his past so that we can kind of piece it together. You know, like we haven't seen the flashbacks in a while, which I'm fine with. I don't need a whole like a whole visual of what happened that day. When we got the point. He doesn't like droids because his family was killed by droids and his homeworld was invaded and the Mandalorians took him in. We don't need more than that. So that's why I'm kind of glad it's like they're taking the route of we're getting snippets of his past, but we don't need the whole picture. Like we don't need to know if he had a relationship with Lestrange, whatever her name is. I don't remember her name, but I mean, it's insinuated, and if it was, it was. If it wasn't, maybe she's just delusional, which it very seems like she is.
So, if that guy had a relationship with someone, how do they fuck if he can't even take his helmet off?
It was just probably a dark room.
Mandalorians have sex with their helmets on. That's in the law.
It could be a dark room.
This is the most stupid thing I've ever heard in my life. Yet another reason why I think Star Wars is stupid. This is stupid.
Anyway, so they get given a job. He's with a bunch of guys. You can't trust them all. Also, there's a droid played by Richard Ayotta. And this guy's been in my cab, by the way. I picked him up in my cab a few years ago. But nevertheless, he plays the voice of the droid Zero, who pilots the ship, pilots the Crest, which is the Mando ship. They're going to use his ship to go to this prison ship floating in space to break out this guy. So as they're on the ship, we get to get an idea of these characters a little bit, how they're going to relate to Mando, and you can tell they like to film him a little bit, picking on him a little bit. They were desperate to see his face, trying to make him take off his helmet and stuff. And they come across the Baby Yoda, and Bill Burr's character. By the way, I thought Bill Burr was brilliant in this, but his character picks up Baby Yoda, and you wonder how he's going to be with it, and then you realize he's a bit of an arsehole because as they're landing the spaceship, he drops Baby Yoda, and I found that fucking hilarious. That was so funny.
He dropped the baby?
He dropped Baby Yoda.
Oh, what an ass. You can't drop babies, man. I mean, it might so be funny. Green, but it's a baby. It's 50 years racist. Old. It's a baby.
It's 50 baby years old.
It doesn't matter. They grow differently, obviously.
That's what she said.
And they land. Now, what happens inside that ship? What do you think of inside the prison ship? That is. What do you think of the interactions, Roberto, of this motley crew of scum and villainy when they were all like in that ship? How do you feel about Baby Yoda?
Yeah, I mean. I liked it. As I said, I thought it was a pretty diverse crew of motley characters. I like the guy. I like the guy with the gun on his shoulder. The big red dude was funny.
Clancy Brown.
The chick, I guess, she's the only one who was kind of off to me, but I mean, it didn't hurt it at all. I was just like, meh, whatever. She was the wrong kind of crazy, so I don't know. I don't know. It was a good episode. I like the way it was done. I like the interactions were funny, and good. So that's it. I mean, I don't really have much else to say about the episode, only because it was a good episode. Like, I mean, I can't really deep dive into it just because it was a good episode.
Now they arrive on the space. As soon as they go in there, find the particular cell that's holding the person they're trying to break out. And as they go about their business on the ship, and the ship is only supposed to have droids on it, they make too much noise and by shooting droids and stuff, and they end up having to fight them. And I like the way Bill Burr's gun came over his shoulder, and Bill Burr's show if he's somebody who dislikes Star Wars because things like mimic a Gungan and just talking about certain things like being a good shot, that he was a sniper, not a stormtrooper, stuff like that. You would the way he spoke and he delivered his lines, you would have thought that this guy knows Star Wars inside and out. It's hard to believe that he doesn't. I think he's going to learn Star Wars after this. No, but he's a stand-up comedian. But then again, stand-up comedians are the best actors. I've always said that. So anyway, they find Mando gets double crossed, by the way, because you kind of saw this coming, didn't you?
Yeah,
hello,
it was coming from a mile away.
he gets double crossed, and he gets thrown into a cell, and it's the cell of the person they break out. He gets thrown in his cell, and Mando, though, he's a bit like a MacGyver. He's got some tricks, and he waits for one of the droids to go walking past, and he hooks him with his fucking grappling hook. The droid in, rips the fucking droid's arm off, and then uses its mechanism on his hand to open the door from the inside. Genius, absolute genius. This guy's got tricks. That's why he's a badass. This is why Mandalorians are Mandalorians, because you get to see Roberto in this episode, him taking out the guys who fucked him over. And it was like a horror movie. This time we're seeing it that we're rooting for Jason. We're rooting for Michael Myers, because he's Michael Myers, Jason, and these motherfuckers. But we never see him kill him. We only see them interact with that. That fight he has with Clancy Brown, by the way, the Devil, I can never say the name properly, was epic. You know, immobilizing him by shutting the doors on him. Absolutely. Dude, I thought beautiful.
He was dead. Like I honestly thought he was dead.
But it's good though, because when we see them all in the cell, at least we know that these guys are going to come back, because we need reoccurring.
I don't think we do. I mean, as I said, I kind of like the fact that they're one-offs, and every episode is a different interaction between different characters.
I do agree, but the fact that someone like, you don't kill off people who are characters who are good, and maybe next season we'll see them again, and that will be entertaining in its own right, because these guys.
You could have killed the red guy. You could have killed the red guy. I wouldn't have cared about that one.
The red guy couldn't even. That's Clancy fucking Brown, mate. He's from Highlander, and oh my god, he was in Starship. What? Forget the fact that he's a famous actor. It's just good that he'll be having to deal with these guys again. They will not let him off the hook. They'll want some payback. They're alive, but he takes the prisoner. The prisoner who initially tried to fuck him over. He does take him back to the spaceport where he got the job initially, and kills the droid. Found Baby Yoda on the ship and was about to kill Baby Yoda, but he kills the droid. But the Mandalorian kills the droid. Stop saving Baby Yoda. And I love the fact that when Baby Yoda was trying to use the Force on the droid, and then when Mando killed him, he looked at his hand like, what the fuck? This is what the Force can do? That was beautiful. Anyway.
That's the second time they've done that, though. That's the second time they've done that. I mean, because wasn't there another point where he was going to use the Force on somebody and then Mando saved him?
When was that? When was the first time?
It was either third or fourth episode, but he was going to use the Force to do something, and then somebody saved him. I don't know. It's all right.
No, he was trying to use the Force to heal Mando in episode 2, and he actually did use the Force to stop that Rhino.
I remember that. Him. I don't remember the actual part. It's okay.
But Mando's got like a few tricks up his sleeve, because he brings back that distress signal beacon with him, but he knows that those guys are going to fuck him over. They've been fucking him over from the get-go, so he's one step ahead of them, and he leaves the distress signal beacon in the spaceport. So now the people who are working with the prison ship, the security of that prison ship, they believe that the escaped prisoner who has escaped to that spaceport is there, and their orders are to blow the living shit out of it, which is what they do. And when we finally see the 3 X-Wing pilots, and when they came in, it looked fantastic. Do you know who those X-Wing pilots were?
They were the directors of a couple episodes.
They are Fukunaga was the black pilot. The female pilot was Deborah Chong, I think her name is Deborah, some shit like that. And the white guy. Anyway, and they play sport, and Mando just fucks off into space, and then the show ends. And I loved every minute of it. Now, we are now down to our final 2 episodes, and this thing has to come to a conclusion. Now, I've heard that Baby Yoda is going to be in season 2, so I don't think Mando's going to be giving him up anytime soon.
Well, which sucks because.
So overall, this episode,
I was just gonna say, I just kind of was hoping they would kind of.
This episode can be.
Go ahead.
There is a delay. Go on. Is well, a lot of people consider a filler. It hasn't progressed the story along, but I don't care. I'm seeing more of this world. I'm seeing more of the scum and villainy. Yes, he's got a fucking price on his head.
We need to wrap up about that stupid show that I'm not watching. Do your top 5.
Okay, okay, Chris. Okay, Chris. Okay, Chris.
Yeah.
Okay. I lost my train of thought, but okay. I was just saying that I thought the show is very good. I still think it's very good. A lot of people didn't like episode 5. I liked it personally. I've liked every episode. Maybe not 4 too much because I thought the directing wasn't great. It felt a bit cheap and felt a bit Star Trek-y. But nevertheless, it didn't stop me from wanting to watch the show. You know, I think some people put too much on a show and what it wants it to be. And this show's ticked more boxes than it hasn't. And you got to go with it sometimes. You know, it's a good show, and we haven't had anything like it. And so, as I wrap up on Mandalorian, you got any final words to say on it, Roberto?
No, I mean, as I said, it's a great episode. I'm looking forward to probably when the remnants of the Empire comes back into it for the last 2 episodes. I mean, I'm assuming because we've seen stuff in trailers with like Death Troopers and everything, and so I'm just assuming the last 2 episodes are going to be about that. So I'm enjoying the show. I look forward to watching it every week, and I think it's great. As I said, I think you're right that some people kind of hold the shows to really high standards. And it's just like I'm sorry, I don't expect every TV show to blow me away. If I'm enjoying it and I'm like sitting there going, oh, that's cool, I feel like it's worth my money. It's freaking $7 a month or whatever. Like if you think that's not worth your time, then your time value must be really high. Anyway, go ahead, move on.
Okay, so let's go on to the top 5, Chris.
Do we have the thing queued up? Okay, I guess. Oh, there it is.
Oh, here we go.
Zam's top 5.
Hello and welcome to my top 5. And this top 5 is one for the elder statesman. My top 5 are top 5 actors who are alive, who are working, and are also over 80. Let's go. So can you get me off this massive screen now, Chris? Wonderful.
We're having a great
team here, guys. Yes. Now the first one is not only over 80, he's actually over 90. He was in Mary Poppins, and he's been in a lot of films since, and I can't remember them all, but I do recall seeing him in Mary Poppins 2, where at the age of 91, this guy walked from the ground to a chair to a table and did this famous Dick Van Dyke dance like he always does at 91 years of age. It's hard to believe that this guy's still with us and he's still fucking making movies. He's not number 5 on my list. Roberto, what would you have to say about Dick Van Dyke?
Dick Van Dyke's entertaining. I mean, he's always fun and entertaining, very charismatic. I like Dick Van Dyke. It's the guy from Mary Poppins. I mean,
I know a lot of dicks, but that's one dick I don't know.
Yeah, well,
fair enough.
I never watched Mary Poppins.
He's a Van and he's a Dyke. He's Dick Van Dyke. He's 3
well,
different
look him
things.
up. I mean, he's not going to be hard to find. He's a pretty big dick in the world, so.
Yeah.
Well, I don't go around Googling dicks.
like I said, like seeing. I mean, by the way, all these actors, by the way, including Van Dyke, have made a film within the last 2 years. Okay, so the next one was in Avengers Endgame. Can you guess who he is, Roberto?
He's 90.
He's a very. Oh no, he's not 90 yet. He's 80. He was maybe 82, but he's 83 at the moment. He might have been 82 when he was when he was in Avengers Endgame. His role was very small. Can you guess who he is?
No, but I'm drawing a blank.
He was also in Winter Soldier. It's Robert Redford.
Oh, Robert Redford. I was about. Oh, yes.
He's 80.
Yeah, he's old.
83 to be more precise. It's a really good picture of him when he was younger in his prime. He looks so much like fucking Brad Pitt in his youth. It's incredible. Nevertheless, Robert Redford's been outside of Avengers. Anything else? Outside of Marvel?
Roberto, I've seen him in The Recruit. I believe he was in that one. I've seen him in other movies. I can't pull them off. I mean, if you give me some names, I probably can say I've seen them.
Chris, have you seen any film with Robert Redford in it?
You mean recently?
In general.
Any?
Yeah, in general, of course.
Now, what do you think of Robert Redford as an actor in these movies?
He's okay.
You really have to pull Chris along to make her understand how to do this, don't you, Roberto? All right. At number 3.
I'm half asleep, damn it.
This person is almost 90 and he's still making movies. Granted, he's not necessarily in them as much, but he's still making films. He's still directing films. He's just as famous as a director he is as a movie star, and there's not many people who fit that bill. That's Clint Eastwood. He's 89 years old.
I don't like him.
What? Yeah, amazing. Yeah, I know he's not everyone's favorite cup of tea. The guy likes to talk to empty chairs in it, but nevertheless, in this country, so many great westerns as well as cop films. He plays these. He's really the original anti-hero. You look at some of the characters he plays, he was anti-heroing it way before Han Solo was, way before Snake Plissken. This guy is arguably one of the best
playing
anti-heroes.
The grumpy old man all the time.
Yes, he is. You look at a lot of his films over the last 50, 60 years, he is being, he was a pretty boy when he was doing stuff like Rawhide and stuff. He was singing in musicals. All of a sudden it just switched for him. And then he became gritty and a badass. Roberto, what would you like to say about Clint Eastwood?
I mean, yeah, he's the original rough and gruff anti-hero. I mean, I always like him. I mean, I haven't watched anything of his recently. I love it when people sit there and say that, in some movies when you've got this racist old man, like Clint Eastwood can say some of the most racist things in movies and just get away with it because he's Clint Eastwood. But I don't know. I mean, yeah, he's everything I've seen him in, he's really good. I mean, I've watched some of his movies he's directed. He's actually a pretty good director from what I can tell. So I don't know, more power to him. I mean, he's almost 90 for crying out loud and he's still going. I mean, that's good. I'll be lucky if I make it to 60.
Now, this next actor is a bit of a niche, but he is still making films today. He was in Knives Out.
Before you finish, I have a question. Does any of the lists that you do ever going to contain any, female actors? Maybe.
I was looking for a female actress.
Betty fucking White.
Ooh, Betty White. Well, but he hasn't gotten to the end yet.
Well, Betty White, please. Are you serious?
Yes.
No way.
Yes.
No way.
Yes, way.
No, the only actress I was thinking of. 2 actresses I wanted on my list. I didn't put them on my list yet. And those 2 were Meryl Streep, but I couldn't put them on my list, but they weren't 80. I was gutted about that. But that's how it goes. Anyway.
I'm with Chris on that one, man. Okay. Betty White is pretty good.
Betty White is a fucking legend.
Betty White. Fuck Betty White. Anyway, yeah. On to the next one. This person was in This person is one of my favorite villains in Star Trek. This person was in Knives Out. This person played the Kevin Spacey role in that movie where he played a billionaire because Kevin Spacey was found out to be some sort of fucking pervy, rapist, fucking child molester, wanker. So this actor then took that role instead. He played it alongside Mark Wahlberg and a few other people. This actor has been in films for decades. He's still alive. He's a world-class actor. He is Christopher Plummer. Do you know who he is?
Yeah.
No idea who he is.
Yes, I know who Christopher Plummer is.
I'm so happy Roberto would, because he played Grak or some shit like that in Star Trek 6. You know, Discover Country.
I think so.
And that is the Dogs of War. You know, and he was like constantly quoting Shakespeare in Star Trek 6. Christopher Plummer is like this guy. I wish more people knew who he was. He never really played leading roles. He always played supporting roles, but he's been doing it for decades, and he's such a great actor. What have we got to say about Christopher Plummer, Roberto?
I mean, Christopher Plummer's great. I mean, I loved him in Star Trek 6. If you came to me with a piece of paper, like a script, and said that, well, we've got this Klingon, and he's very not Klingon, and he quotes Shakespeare, I'd look at you and be like, what? Like, what the hell are you talking about? But then if you did it, when you did it with Christopher Plummer, for some reason, man, that shit just was gold. I love Star Trek 6. It's probably my second favorite original.
Star Trek 6 is awesome.
Star Trek 6 is I think it's either my favorite or my second favorite original series favorite movie. Star Trek 5 being my favorite. I'm kidding. Okay. But there was a lot about Star Trek 6 that was awesome. And Christopher Plummer is by far one of the best things about that movie.
You know what? Star Trek 6, yeah, if I could just deviate here, it gets really bad press and it shouldn't. Yeah, Christopher Plummer's in it as well. There's a moment of real emotional anger and betrayal, but it's so suppressed by Spock, the betrayal of it, when he finds out that that female Vulcan is a spy for the Klingons, and you can see the anger beside him, but he's fucking up. When he slaps that shit out of her hand, in the most, oh, brilliant! And also that part where they make where Spock and McCoy fuck with a torpedo to make it a heat seeker, and then Kirk goes fire like that. Oh, beautiful! And he says the president of Earth as well, who's an alien. He says the president of Earth. It was a great episode. It was a great film. Christopher Plummer helped make that film. Even George Takei as the other captain, when he's trying to get his starship to support the Enterprise, and his crew members saying the ship's going to break apart, and he goes, "Well, break it apart then." I love it. I fucking love it. It was a great movie, man. Really underrated. Anyway, let's go on to number one. Number one is somebody I think Chris should appreciate. Well, actually, not appreciate. No, sorry, I'll take that back. Not appreciate. Chris will be happy that I put this person at number one. It's Morgan Freeman. He's recently joined the 80s club. He's 81 years old now.
He's over 80?
He's over 80.
You sure?
He's over 80. Go check it out, Chris. Go check it out. Because I had to fucking do my
word for it.
He is 82 years old.
82, there you go. Still making movies. He's made that shitty Angel Has Fallen shit, third one, with Gerard Butler. He's still doing his voice work as always. Been making films for decades. More recognized as an elder statesman actor because really there's not much of him as a younger man out there. But since he came on the scene,
he's also saving the bees.
That was just 30 years ago. Of course, which is a good thing. I'm glad. Yeah, it's good that sense because we need. When he was in Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, almost 30 years ago, seems like 7, which is about 20 years ago now. You know, this guy's been making films as an elder statesman and playing that elder statesman role for a while. And yeah, he's in his 80s now, and long may it continue. He's a great character. He's even played villains as well. But you know, there's something about him that he just, you know, you wish I think everybody wishes that he was your granddad. And what do you think of Morgan Freeman, Chris?
Yeah, I love him.
Okay.
He's
a good actor. He's a good dude.
Some of his films, Chris? Any films of his that you like? Any performances that you like, Chris?
I mean, it's not like I have the thing prepared like you do. So now I have to remember every movie I've watched with Morgan Freeman.
I'll back off. Back to you. You'll have 5 seconds. I can't see that too well, Roberto.
Shawshank Redemption. I mean, Bruce Almighty. Wanted.
He's God. Yeah.
Well, he's God. Yeah, he's the only God I can, you know, trust in. You know.
Fair enough, Roberto. What would you have to say about Morgan Freeman, his movies, his roles?
The first time I remember seeing Morgan Freeman and actually retaining that he was Morgan Freeman was when I saw him and I was younger. Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves. Kevin Costner.
Oh, yeah,
God, I love that movie so much. Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves was a really good take on the Robin Hood character, in my opinion. But I mean, he's in so many other good movies. I had to look it up because I knew there'd be so many. I mean, you know, I really liked the Olympus Has Fallen movie, Shawshank Redemption, Now You See Me movies, the Dark Knight trilogy. He was one of the great things there.
Yeah.
The voice of God and not the voice, the personification of God in the Almighty movies. He is great in Red. God,
You're great. Yeah. Excellent. Yeah.
Wasn't he the first black fictional president in Deep Impact?
Yes, he was.
I feel like he was the first black fiction, and I have to look at it.
He was.
You know, I mean, he got going through his movie, The Sum of All Fears.
Man, that was fucking centuries ago, man. I remember it so well. I remember it because I watched that movie because I won a competition, a chemistry competition, and I won a ticket for the cinema, and I went and watched that movie. That's why I remember this movie so well. Because I watched it for free.
Steve Smith was say join. What's Ronin Hood? I don't like. He said join me now.
Robin Hood.
What is that? I'm looking at the comments on YouTube. We finally piqued somebody's interest.
Robin Hood.
Well,
but
Steve, he's probably tired. That's why he doesn't type so good.
The American actor
Robin
Hood.
Hood.
But funny enough, that didn't bother me too much. I had no problem with it. You know. Anyway, that was my top 5. I hope and you guys knew pretty much everyone I talked about. Definitely Roberto did.
Yeah, I'm pleasantly surprised this week.
Well, you should do one with over 70 because we have plenty to go on there.
Yeah, well, but most of those 5 fuckers would be in there, apart from maybe Dick Van Dyke.
No, because these are over 80, not over 70.
They're also over 70.
Over 70 and under 80 then.
Fair enough.
Because you're being a dick.
Yes.
Hey.
All right.
So next week we should all bring our own top 5s. And then we'll do like a top 5 thing.
Fuck off with that. Next week, by the way, we have to make some decisions.
Ooh.
Okay. Because fucking Christmas is coming.
What you getting me, Chris?
A huge black dildo.
All right.
Nice.
Whatever.
Yeah. So fuck. God damn it. I can't English. Today I'm half asleep. Okay, so
All right, don't worry,
Christmas
let's
is
just up,
coming.
Chris.
And I will be away for next Sunday until the 9th of January. So after next week's podcast, I don't know if we want to do podcasts during the holidays or take a break. I'm of the opinion that we should take a break. But since you have people watching, well, you can tell us what to do. If
Leave
you
a
want them to
comment.
go on, I will be taking a break. I don't care. But these guys, they don't have a life, so they can, do their things.
I mean, I'm good with whatever. I don't care. I mean, if I have time, I have time. So, and leave a comment, whether you want us to do a show or not. I mean, you know what? Even if you say no and we all were available, maybe we'll do a show anyway. You never know. Maybe we'll do a top 5 dildos of 2019. I don't know. I mean, or of the decade.
I mean, you'll always be the number 1 dildo around here.
I will. I pleasure all the women.
Not that kind of dildo.
Just by the sweet vibrations of my voice.
Oh, God. Anyway, thank you for joining us, people.
Bye-bye.
See you next time.